Obi.
Yamiadom.
No, I Baba, ye dear share, you might free or you share beam. It may share beam. Mamma Chow, I may wish you well this year. I'm say between January and our crown and Shada Quarant me share. And I say Aquaba, be drew much with me. I wish you very well, and I'll be monitoring your work out there. You are doing very well. And I hope that I mean more now on group from strength to strength.
Amen.
Na program I can see pa said the nimno. Ekosiisen said the platform no small platform. Na am say kaba no na mo ye na beto kaba juma so. Baby an makam me nua kaba. And they be obi anyame fa the cry and say ye.
Amen.
Now so juma no so mo so kama. Obi this dreadlocks and semne educations and semno. A very complicated matter. Akwara what if you say?
I at the last check now, is it 16? Yes, 16.
Okay, so 16 yeah. That just emra a bon kora ho ban no. A bon ho ban bi. As a Children's Act.
Yes.
Akwara bia wodi nimfie no below 18 years no. Emra a bon ho ban the Children's Act.
Okay.
Now the Children's Act now it clear clearly.
Lord, me to answer now be community to say invasion be akoso around tema Valco.
Okay.
Ma memfa eyewitness we on the line Emra. Akwaba openyin.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Me pacho hoy ne yenya no yi.
Mpacho Jonathan of Fuetete.
Jonathan of Fuetete. Oye adwuma o Valco.
Mpacho Debi. Actually, me adwuma wa Chokoma Ghana Limited. But what is happening now is happening around Valco runabout.
Okay.
Tema Valco runabout. So there is a severe or a heavy bee invasion.
Hey.
And yeah, easy. Masa, kunku in Crawfordsa, like Omobu in Crawfordsa, my cars creating me running. There were two cars that run into each other because of this invasion in the runabout.
That's a bee in the Omodoso.
Opa, yeah, easy.
And
Yehu source. Motor is coming from motor runabout into Tema. Ombe Yusu Valco runabout. Or anywhere they are coming from Ombe Yusu Valco runabout, they have to roll up their glasses. Because they enter the car, they attack everybody.
Oh.
The drivers are also running for their life. It's not easy
here. And you source of the beast, no baby, fiber.
I said, Drabishona, say, Moon Mufio. Say, Mobu in Conforma, Omajamu, motorbikes in Yamaniama, Papa Bakubi there. And why they just emergency team for no mobile rescue because under Muninafa. I don't mean to make us or a penny or be running for their life.
Oh,
towards Jemu School, a horn yet, towards Valco Road itself, a horn yet, towards the motorway, a horn yet, towards the Tema town, a horn yet. The thing is happening around the Valco runabout there.
Unim, say, oh, place are we safer? Anka foul phone na video kakra for Sunday. Why?
I think that people will have it. Yeah. Okay, I'll try my best. I can even get the man, Papa na.
Oh, when you ubenya no dia me ne nkasa.
But I can see him from a distance, so I'll try to get a picture of a video or something like that.
Okay, that would be nice. It was you no.
Because we roll it down, yes, you.
Yeah, I get you. And the papa no waka ho ma wontimi move.
On to me.
And a beast ni wo.
Omodi say radio say they have explain who say why bibi ama no so still. Attack everybody.
But that man in particular na beast na fa ne ho nyina.
Afọ bia ba because onu ntimi ndwane. Onu ntimi ndwane wasan yi na ni top shirt wasan yi. Ni okita moto e na waja moto no mo attack no obi so aja ni wheelbarrow. Niama bebre a lot of things happening here.
Wow. Yo, Martin, me gidi say odi atu dwa idea say police vote here omu ebetimi aboa ni tia they would come there. Why?
Yeah,
that's a pa. But try and get us the video. Why? Try and get us the video. Ekosiisen is na higher Sempa FM nti Valco runabout e Tema and you see beast scratchy we can say. Why? Wowa. We sure.
On Asempa
Wowa. In the one you see on Magic Valco runabout afa and they are attacking everybody in sight. Into wa umbe hu biano. Na papa ko krabia ono ne nantie ntimi content them ne say imagine body nyina afa ma ese wani ensa wo ka kire. Lawyer me pacho we dey to aso.
Yo, enti en to aso. Na se akoda ye below 18 years emra e ba akoda ho ban no. The Children's Act.
Yes.
Now the right to education no mandatory. It just obintimi and prevent akoda below 18 years from having access to education. And name say discipline and manamadi a part of our upbringing. Maybe I go school, Misha, me call Asofo school.
Okay.
St. Hubert Seminary.
Oh.
Maybe 5 years old.
Wow.
Na yewo seminary no ebe ko wana me yet mo 13 years.
St. Hubert ewo Santase
Opokuware chiri ope. Me 105 for one me access from Opokuware.
Oh, okay.
Now that time na ye koye no sebe the hairstyle I twakra no are regulated by the school. Which mean now what you say mani fufu rough. Tama odidi tama sorry tama ode koda tama de ko body bompaye we dey come manage silencium all manner of things regulated by the school. Enti because those times no e be kontakwa e manyini fua kakra dey ko twa haircut in the time no na authorities almost yes smart almost the titaya anajua ade we chebe kontako no no ma ya omo ya assembly so obi amra obi aba obi na omo aye haircut assembly ti udu ma na kuta paso se ti udu won odi awo fifisi ya srodo so so oye sa ma wie pa you have no choice but to go and cut it like the way I'm cutting me 3 so ni nyina was a way to more or less model us to some acceptable standards of behavior in society as you grow up na where say this balancing between the teachers, discipline, school
right to education,
should be balanced. A woman say yes, akwara wo kwan so school. Akwara wo kwan say sebe usuangoma. But yan can say, are we also saying say if akwara wo dreadlocks no must it prevent akwara from having access to education? So I should be this would go to court. The court will look at all the circumstances and then say what is in the best interest and welfare of the child. And that's the principle. The best interest and welfare of the child is a overriding principle that governs children. And say the only 18 and above there, not that 1 year below 18 years there. And many born who is the Children's Act. And the Children's Act, acquire access to education, me and prevent in any way, in any shape or form. That's unfortunately that is the law. That is the law. Until me find say o ka say uma akoda in rescue mu because ebi okuta dreadlocks are. They could do court work. The court will have to look whether the dreadlocks no per se no should prevent akoda from having access to education.
Which is guaranteed.
And the law is shall. It is shall. And when the law uses shall, it means it's imperative. It's mandatory. You can't go around it. You know, so what I want to say is the best GS4, the best Nagraph 4, the best Omunina, say Omum Casamni. That's our crowd school not in any because
Angel can say, say now from day one he's on collision course
with the school.
With the school.
Yes.
Until when take it time.
I say Akoda Sebe, oh, Akodi and Koraboni seminar partnership war.
Yeah.
It was school more now catch your parents. The parents in Belmont Yabutre. Then they go and insult the school authorities. When you feel occupy, and no. Akorano ne na wo fo no. I don't buy you. But Akorano share school from penny phone inside. It will free work we no. When I be who say the moshi. O me dia Akorano ni. O me ha Akorano. It there has to be a very clear balancing act how to go around this thing. The father or the mother, whoever in charge of Akorano, must find a very decent, nice way to reach out to the school authorities and say, look, Mama Seven Bokundoka, a school and banner about to be shady. Yes, locks no, a idea be a saying no, Nakorano was or be or no was so pay. And now the way I maybe bring him home, trying to be a meeting park, so yeah, the same thing. nti mesre mo say we de ka mo mpene na nka akora no won tra ha na even the idea of bringing the social media to put some pressure on the school authorities and for GES to say allow the child to go to school no I can assure you say going forward no akora no onya no easy school
Asempa FM
and I've been a teacher before we level no ko service de
oh okay
ewo Holy Rosary you know and uchira nkora there you understand how this play out eti mesre parent no onye extremely careful esa na wo ha akora no kwa yes akora wo kwazo ko school yes awofo no kwanse wo mehwe mo ba ko school also so hesa so be chire nkora na dey school no but going forward no say na e be balance ade na way say be ya e ma akora na wo school no hu nya hi school because hu betini abaya hi school e mra ye different o obi emra is different emra de wo ho but e do say the nipa no relationship no be sia be ye na e ho ni asem no and yes also akora ko school obakọ say money ko school but the question is o school money ne be ka school be na ni anyi o school afei teacher foi indirectly na afei o meta akora ni and so o mo nchema so wota na ni o but na ye shashase ni subtle way na akora na ni nka o school e ba sa pa bon se fei o so ko school ni bi enti no o say awofo no e ko school back awala o mo ko school back no mo ko asweji headmaster no authorities no o mo tanase no mo fane a very sensible way not social media way sensible way to go to the school authorities say if mature maybe the way you go about it a whole thing ya nyeni ye enti be sere mo say if mature the SBM for born nche na ye ma e ba no maintenance school no onye peace of mind na akora ku ye one penny na say it's all over the world say akora ku school say man nko na we a debate ku Facebook is being debated all over the place. The people are taking the teachers and the authority to clean
the old student of Achimota
I'm jumping
Akasa almost say GES shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have ordered the school to admit the boy.
Oh, GES
they have gone to the defense of their school.
GES is working on a very slippery path. You see, GES is being very careful not to offend the Constitution of Ghana and the Children's Act. That's how I see it. But GES, from a lawyer, no, GES, penny, or lawyer, ni laborating.
Okay, now you be on Deputy Director General.
Yes, we're lawyer, penny.
Okay.
So I'm very certain, say, we're very careful in this in making sure, say. GES will not be offending the Constitution of Ghana and the Children's Act. So Akrano below 18 years, the law that regulates Akrano is the Children's Act. And man say you cannot deny Akrano access to education. So if by saying that we shall rope, we shall dreadlock, and therefore you are denying the child access to education.
Which is a fundamental.
So you cannot do it.
Right.
You can't. That's what GES said. Man, school.
Me argue say. Kunya ema ne kwan ma ne ba school. Person to GES orders now. Then no one crosses our bridge, where you've not prevented the kid from access to education.
Yes.
It is only man ne ba school we are. Can the school rules then kick in?
Yeah, the school has the right to discipline every child in the school.
Which would include saying, say, see our best school your school had the Yankee piece anyway into you know.
Well, that will also be another matter. as whether because school discipline, no. As I was telling you, Eko school, no, set a constitution, no. But Eko school, school for no penny for no arm penny. I'm a Yankee put a certain hairstyle. Oh, my penny. Almost it, almost dear. They want to discipline us.
Ekosiisen
and the MP mount to put any hairstyle. So they said, man, who said that time no ye will be and I will phobia at the Akojina court say, Chinchinachi, my penema by force or Kujina court. That's what I'm saying, sir. I will follow any school for penny for no. They must sit down to reason on this matter. Oh, man, yes, sir. Now, okay, over school, over school movie, you know. Yes, you are see and prima unki put long hair and I locks school I say. Now if you have banter between school no any akodano any awofo no Maybe this will be an unhealthy engagement. I think I could school fresh year one. I can know 3 years to be in a school. And 3 years to be in a school now will begin and I say the chance here. I think some wisdom ought to come in at this stage. Parents should not assume school for no penny for any authority. They have the authority to do discipline at the child. And Akrano should be displayed like any other child in the school. According to me, any preference treatment in the school.
Unless on medical reasons.
Yes. So, you know, on to me preference be a unit here. I don't know on the man unit money. There must be reason why and here. So you go there and make a case why you feel they should give you the preferential treatment than the rest. But where no personal engagement between Akodano, the papano, the mameno, they must go to the school and talk sense. Some reason to the authorities. Now, some more years, such woman mentioned the I can assure you, I cannot school no better not 3 years. A bad day. I'm here, none for school also cannot make school. But who knows, share with me, share because concentration no zero. Because there be no better say now, but say the papa and then our school for 24 and a GS4, they are on a banter because of him. I even wonder how the child feels now. So because of one, I do have a national matter. How will a child feel now? You know, so I think some reason ought to be made to prevail on this matter. I've said it and I want to say, make it very clear. Right to education there, nobody can prevent Akorano. But there has to be a balancing act between exercising that right to education and discipline in the school and also ensuring say a peace of mind to stay in the school. So we make sure the year. And yes, sir, Obi. The reason why I can't school no so education, no, education year. Because you need to be in a congenial atmosphere.
To learn.
Peace of mind, to learn. So why go school now? Now, choker. There is this disturbance all around you. How can you learn? I could out the classroom, no shadi. Number one, I say, teacher, need be on was no shut on a quarter more. When the bonus, why you say, so what I say? Headmaster, no be official Pawasem because of this matter. Maybe shut up and never faho. No choni, and now the headmaster Namway, now for Hedi. You do poor, headmaster could be who poor, then near the papa. No possible you Yasama. What me China Bobbe say 10 now, more beginning class, no, but Fakor, the moon, show when the Nisi are no show. Then near say, call Fender Pabeco. What is here? Now we have a show. We have show up a say, hey, that's not bad on. I am a show. And no part to be destabilized for the whole day. Could be a general room, maybe a office at show. So what I said, you know, maybe say there has to be a balancing act between access to education, between school discipline. So the buyer, Aquarian Philly say, oh, as a media, Yempamasem, because of my locks in Yempamasem, and I yet me, time and school. The child shouldn't feel that way. The child shouldn't feel say, or a different child that somebody you're discriminating against because of the locks, you know. When you now know it is better managed when they all sit down and they all discuss as adults. Now say, Ubejina will not be a school for be now to social media. Then you invite bashing from the school authority on the school authorities. Where's Hana? And Pennyphone was school, no, or Mom Pell Banasem. And that is the honest truth. Mom Pell Banasem say, I could always say, no, me come at the power of one thing. I could always say, no, Sabe, GES, a day directive, a day to money me. Also to money, it was reported on Saturday. In the papers on Saturday, say, more far crying school. And it's the first time I met says I did because all along in I say, on beginning our placement and crying in a form from the center. In your place we are. Head in headmaster and NFO. Yeah, place you direct. Now, put was in a way. That's why I already start. No, what shall I say? But when Kwabe matter be I concerned. What about the mom says hijab? I don't swear. Hijab, I don't swear. Because, Obi, come on, because do something you're Britain. Now, Muslim hijab for no more could be almost shakata when full face veil. And maybe a case power promo. Because I'm penny, and more for full face veil. I him. What I say? I don't swear. What about that one?
Yeah.
But Muslim before Rebecca said that is their culture, that's their style of dressing.
Their style of dressing.
But the British government,
the crab issue Ghana how
exactly.
it became a huge issue. I don't know what the GES finally said about.
I think they allow them to reasonably put it on, but then
not
you have
to cover their face.
Expose your face.
That's true.
So
that's true.
You see,
and if that has been allowed based on religious considerations,
yes,
then you cannot stop another person and so from an religious belief, because what's here Rastafarian, Mr. Rastafarian student ne papa argue on the basis of religion. So that's their belief. They believe in the Rastafari movement, and amongst dreadlocks ne essential part of their religious beliefs.
Some more. That's what I'm saying. So all this, there has to be some discussions.
But it comes back to the same thing, sir. Based on the Children's Act, the Constitution, no, mean prevent Akolani from going to school. My point is, once he is admitted, we starting school. The school rules then kick in.
Yes.
Kick in, and so no, say, also be a janitor said what then do you do?
The honey no. Say we're students.
We are student.
And the school rules apply.
Absolutely.
The school rules apply.
And failure to comply, no, you can be expelled from the
school rules apply. And I want to say yes. The Children Act will apply also in full force. But the Constitution also apply in full force. But the question is, can they make a school rule that also offend the Constitution? The answer may be no.
But how is the school rule also offended the Constitution under the circumstance? Because he's allowed you to enter the school. In what crosses our bridge.
Yes.
You understand?
So it's about discipline.
It's about discipline.
Because we say they are also pretending that they are tough.
Of course.
And their theft is the discipline theft. The discipline theft. That is your theft.
Yeah.
And you see, you cannot go to school and expect that they will pass away now, pass away school. You can't do that.
No.
They stay in your house. You can't go to school now. Can say, we go to school no. You see, we now by 8 o'clock. We see they better by 11 o'clock. Look, Obi, yeah, what seminary no? Yeah, sorry, I no pa 4:35. We are sorry, ya prapra near them. We are yako jare. We are yako morning mass. If you morning mass we ba yako breakfast. If you breakfast we are yako classes na pa. We are be afternoon prayers. Afternoon prayers we are yako lunch. If you lunch be we are yako da siesta. If that siesta we are na face Monday e ba ko do. Say Tuesday about football and I say about volley and whatever it is. Now that I don't know so you son you don't some but think about some I don't say the dog don't know obo to bono sa you to bono say dokosio
one dog that would know the
obesua don no school na wo do. Okay, now we are Oko dware we are oko supper. Oko supper we are evening prayers. Evening prep. Evening prepper. Oba bo empire biem.
Sana wakwada.
10 o'clock. Asana we about declare magnum silencium. That is great silence. Now you declare great silence ni we are obi. You should not talk till the following morning.
Wow.
Also quantum say now ye kura na wakasa. Adechi abakodo.
Ekosiisen.
And you see, everybody was in strict compliance. And they have two priests who were monitoring that. They were working on the corridors after 10 o'clock to make sure say everybody was in compliance. You cannot say you will not do it. Ubusa Dr. Tukuba Obakachiro.
Wow.
Dr. Tukuba Obakachiro. Ubusa Dr. Usuda Pa Obakachiro. These were people all from the seminary. Now saying Sophobia Obey Jeji.
Yeah.
One also we were at the same time we were all together at the seminary. That is where the Catholic discipline the school by force, and it is a routine. Nobody was excluded from this routine. It's a routine anymore. You have to leave the school. That was the principle we went to meet.
Of course.
What I say, you must have 5 years. Now, while Buffy was a yes. Maybe Bibi Ako with him. Sanity.
You know, I remember I said you called St. John's. I think first year was the second year. Now I was see a Easter on campus. I say Easter now. Kali schools, yes, our Station of the Cross. No?
Yes.
Near you are sorry them. And ye easy. Now you boom to you about 2 hours. Not me be the me who been put up.
Sanity.
Now only one I can boom to
Sanity.
Hey.
So no. Sanity. And you know, as you cook room, obey the room for the
yeah.
With the masses at the S's at the
yeah.
So
yeah.
And the S's are good manner, not their manner. Sabi ufri one of them ubedo pokuwa and so they are also different one. Pokuwa another that would me pay crowd that is yet. If you insist for but we call mass. Because na mass no na ye Muslim for ho na ye other faith for ho no na mass no ye open for only Catholics.
Okay.
Na Muslim for so kwakoye almost prayers. It was allowed.
Yeah.
So they say. And that is how schools have been run. Yeah. The discipline is part of your upbringing, your formation period.
Because even some Catholic schools, they say St. John saying, "Oh, you're Muslim, cry mass na was in ayeko."
O St. John's Nimako according na.
Okay. You never call mass, and no by force super umpe or sawko. If you can't go by those rules, because say mass times when you have to work, done.
Yeah.
Hey, and then also the waku kwedu.
Yeah.
You know, so
discipline, and then you know a part of formation.
Yeah.
And obi unyini now be upie ko school na we are now bababo mu a. You realize those things in your life. Ma who say o sorry a utimi who say so wa utimi say o dem kakra who say cleanliness next to godliness no o say a part of you who say ya forming so what you say and you know akwara no must understand parent must help akwara no is it also so when 16 years old so say la when young the parent must help akwara no to know say school now kono discipline no or school no a part of your formation and therefore wo kono say obetia school no mra nyina be adwuma na wo koso kuko school na say wo kono say mfa ne say yesi yan nyina yenko do wo se me de me kuta lock dimiti no yan nyina yenko sport se me de me nkoye yan nyina yenko se me de me nye. Then you are doing something against the rules of the school. Yeah. And the school has the right to discipline you. And to be the message say, the parent or the father who is now, I think, has not come out, should engage the authority of the school. You should engage them constructively. No more trashy. No more chatty, a very nice, amicable roadmap. So the bayer, oh, my Korano, the pawn, it was school home. And yes, I can't school home.
Nita Ekotego says, Article 14 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, Protection of Personal Liberty. 1. Every person shall be entitled to his personal liberty, and no person shall be deprived of his personal liberty, except in the following cases, and in accordance with procedure permitted by law. Indicate Article 14(1)(e). And we can exceptions now say, except in the following cases. Say, for the purpose of the education or welfare of a person who has not attained the age of 18 years. Let me here this provision, and I say that's my understanding of the provision. I say every person shall be entitled to his personal liberty, and no person shall be deprived of his personal liberty except in the following cases, and in accordance with procedure permitted by law. For the purpose of education or welfare of a person who has not attained the age of 18. And he said, only 18 years, sir. Or personal liberties, no, and extending core education. So, I think, sir, this will mean, says, me need 18. I cannot decide, say, me go school.
What do you mean, go school?
Yes. My liberties, no, Hosemeka say. I have the liberty to decide I will not go to school.
School,
yes. That is what this provision means, right?
It's not parent cramp. So one for bank school. And manage me do any decide about my school because I cross school no corner. I was open go by force.
Yeah.
So be mechanic be I said, when you already say obe shark or down, which is school visa. Yes, a condom. Because once I will be cast over bad there. We had the 2 years here. I was say, Obeshano. Na what in your school. Now, I can't personal liberty. Say, personal liberty, you say, wow, o Fahudi, o Fahudi, so who Fahudi. Now, I'm running whom Aquara say. Aquara will be or say protection.
Yeah.
akwara ye obi a sabe ne mental state no a new state with me decide for myself etina akwara se wo ho na na wofo eye no ma etiatia ne fa hodie so a e na education ho a court create me akwara free nsem e de ma social welfare etina akwara education sensem no de e ya de so hwe no ko school no to ye maami o we papa o we hwan o ma ne hwe se o ma na ye mara se akwara de o so ko school etina me ka se akwara o so ko school na o se o ma ne ko school na home there me ne obi anya adwene ho so that bridge should be crossed say o ma ne ko school no the rest school mu wie dia all disciplinary issues of school bia no it will apply to everybody in equal measure no discrimination it will say the school must treat your child differently from the others there. Then it's incumbent upon you to go to the school to make a case. Why in your view the school must treat your son or your daughter differently from the others? Sometimes be obano or allergic to be a aduane bi. Sometimes could be one ma umdi aduane bi a. Na
Nimako.
When your rashes near that day ni sa obi Nimako obi one ma bi kura na mfa say nsuo no kunu aduane kura no bi a say obi akura bi a wo different thing na ko fully from a. It is more fully from say chese akura no or any allergy bi na because the school wants to know obana the neighbor no say baby bi won ho a or say school ni ho a the school wants to know.
So they make special provisions
exactly
for Obano.
It's about say Obano is different idea. You must go and make a case why in your view things say you should get a different treatment for Obano. But when you school mu dia discipline na fan kora bia ho no it will apply to Obano just like any other child in the school.
Okay. Ekosiisen so high Asempa FM lawyer Gary Nimako Mafo Ekandidi ho and no aiding come to appreciate the laws of our country relative to Nsema Ekoso Ewachimota School. But we are on a dual mission and there are issues in his party the NPP and so if omua a year monumentum say on person flag bearer Edema party no. He has a message for them after